For me, what is very interesting is that the Guardian Forum is a very prestigious forum, in not only in Russia, but also in the world. People look up to it. People want to see it online. A lot of good speakers, the top people, not only from Russia, but also from the world. So I'm very, very honored that I may take part of this. So what is my personal importance to take part of this is to say that Russia is doing very good on culture, on the museums, on working together with government and business. And of course it can be better, but that's also in the Netherlands. It's never finished. Just like the Prime Minister said, there are always issues to address. But what I like is that there are a lot of examples of young people, of top people to address issues and salvations also. So what I like about the forum is that people work together on this. Business people, politician people, educational people, cultural people from museums, and they work together to make maybe a partly solution or a temporary solution. That's what I like. It was very effective. What I liked is that you could see a lot of things happening with the audience. One of the things I saw happening is that people asked Mr. Tolstoy for money because they think because he represents the state. But it's not fair to only ask the government for money. You have to look at yourself, and you have to find also people where you maybe can be on an entrepreneurial way to maybe create money, create business out of culture. So I think it's not fair to just ask money. What is very fair is that what other people asked, could you help me? I have an idea and I need a facilitator. And would you, government, maybe help me with facilitating? Maybe with a permit or with a law changing. And that's what I found very fantastic, that these helpful questions came. So this is one thing I've found from the forum. Another thing what I liked is that a lot of young ladies took charge and took the microphone and said their opinions. Because what you see in Russia is that a lot of young ladies become directors, future leaders. The deputy minister, Anna Kapkov, Natalia Fishmans, Julia from the Polytech Museum. Young ladies in charge, I like this. What I can see is that the culture, and my business is museums, that the museums do cross-culture. So in museums they invite other cultural elements. For instance, in Brest Fortress in Belarus, they invite people from medieval festival organization. They invite dancing people. If you look in Minsk, the museum, the Fine Art Museum, they invite actors to make a performance of poetry. If you look at Ulyanovsk, they invite film people to participate in the museum night, which was the theme was Back to the USSR, which was very enthusiastic with young people. If you look at all kind of museums, they involve other culture. To Rostov Kremlin Museum near Moscow, they invite on Friday nights, they invite the community of Rostov, and they have performance, and they have a curator to talk about the painting. So it's very educational. So this is one part I like. Another thing I like is that the museums and educational institutes like universities and the Rangiks, they work together to address issues, to educate people who walk, the visitors in the museum, like the guides. In a lot of museums now, they can talk more languages than one. So in Yekaterinburg, in Khanty-Mansiysk, they can talk 4 languages. When people come to the museums, they can talk 4 languages, the guides. So they're very well prepared for tourists, for internal tourists. Even in Ulyanovsk, they now invite a lot of Chinese visitors because the concept of Lenin is very popular. So I like these kind of things. So connect between business, culture and education. And government supports this. I think that the fact that it takes place in the academy, in Rangiks, at the territory, at the campus, that gives students the opportunity to meet top people of every corner, from culture to business to government. They saw everybody. They saw ministers. They could talk with the minister. They could touch a minister. That's important because at Rangiks, the students are the future leaders. That's the elite core of Rangiks. So I have to say, because I'm also a senior lecturer here, I have to say that I like this involvement of the top people from everywhere. Also from the Netherlands. Business academies from Maastricht of the Netherlands came. University of Amsterdam is present. So everybody is involved and it's very accessible. So the accessibility, that the fact that it's here is good. The fact that the Prime Minister said we have to learn. So it takes place on the campus of the University Academy. And that means that learning is #1 topic. We have to learn from each other. Let's be intelligent, he said. So maybe it's still there. So if I can give one message, I'll take a break and I'll address the people. So people, next year you have to come to Rangiks, to the Forum, Forum, and be present. And if you're not student yet, become student at Rangiks, so then you can also join the Forum. Спасибо большое.